Hello everybody, welcome back to a new episode of the Post Productions. I'm here with my co-host Seamus.
Hey guys.
That was the scariest way. What was that? Hey guys. So he sounded like the kid from the Polar Express. Hey guys.
You know what kind of train this is?
You know what kind of train this is? I bet you weren't expecting to wake up and hear that.
Lean!
We love the obscure references here on the Post Productions.
Absolutely.
Especially since it's so much weirder because today we're talking about Longlegs, the scariest movie this year that a lot of people have said it is. Which I'm gonna say right now, those claims might be right. I think they're right.
This scared the shit out of me. I can't even lie. I was
Yeah, this was like, I was shocked because I saw a lot of people online, you know. It's very much like a hearsay sort of thing when they're like, oh, it's the scariest thing you've seen all year. I've been in situations where I've seen that so many times before, and then we walk in and it's like, really? Like, that's the one that's the scariest one of the year? Like,
it's a bold claim.
Yeah, it's a bold claim. But honestly, I think this is one of those rare instances where I would agree.
Yeah.
I would definitely agree. Bro's sitting there across from me just like, yeah, just like traumatized.
Just
like,
reliving it.
Literally traumatized. Like, Bro was... I can concur. Bro was scared shitless this entire movie. Bro was on the edge of his seat, and so was I. But he was, like, getting jump scared by things I didn't even expect him to get jump scared. And there's not even that many in the movie.
Yeah.
But he was so dialed in at certain points in the film where he, like, audibly said, like, oh shit, when he, like, got afraid. I've never seen that out of this man's mouth ever in my life. I was shocked. I looked at him like, did you just audibly scream pretty much? He's like, Gavin, what the fuck? Like, what was that, dude?
Dude, it did something to me, man.
Yeah.
It got under my skin.
Like this...
I felt uncomfortable.
Oh my god,
Deeply uncomfortable.
Yes.
Like, most of the movie, I had my hands over my mouth, and I was, like, nervously, like, rubbing my hands together and, like, fidgeting. I was like... Holy crap.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tweaking right now.
But that's because, though, this movie gets under your skin really fast. Like, the atmosphere in this movie is insane.
It's unbeatable.
Like, it's honestly great.
The sound design, absolutely wicked.
Oh my god,
all
killer.
The things that contribute to the atmosphere are just insane. Like, the sound design is perfect. It's creepy. You don't really know what you're hearing a lot of the time. Yeah. And it's ominous.
The demons, dude. I didn't notice this because I'm gonna be honest, we went pretty late last night. We were there at like 9:50.
Yeah,
it was late by the time we were done. I was sleep deprived, so I was watching the movie. I was loving it, but I wasn't fully dialed in. Apparently, and I didn't see that. I saw it once. There is many moments in this movie where you can see like shit in the background.
Yes,
and it unsettled. We had 4 people with us. Pretty much everyone else saw something, and they said like it genuinely traumatized them.
It's freaky.
It's freaky. Yeah. It's freaky as fuck.
It's like Hereditary, where you like there's stuff going on in the background, and it's like you'll catch it here and there, but if you rewatch the movie, it's like it was there the whole time, like all over the movie. It's like that. Like I don't know how many times we saw this freaking figure in the background of the movie. Yeah. It was really unsettling, really creepy.
Yeah. It got me when I saw it. Like I saw it. I think I was overexaggerated. I saw it like twice. And there was one point in the movie when they made it very clear that that's what you're supposed to be looking at, and then I kind of was like, what the fuck is that?
Who is that guy?
Like, what is that?
Who the fuck is that guy?
Who the fuck is that guy? But it got under my skin, because that shit, it always bugs me, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially, like, I'm gonna, like, I don't think this is that much of a spoiler. This movie has a lot to do with, like, Satan and hell and shit.
Yeah.
And that shit always freaks me out the most, because I'm not religious or anything, but I've always found, like, that to just be uniquely terrifying. Mm. You know, like, the religious side of that sort of, like, satanic shit. Like, I don't like that shit. At all. And it really got under my skin. And I think this is going to be funny. I think Nicolas Cage was the perfect way to deliver that idea, because he was fucking terrifying.
Oh my god.
Like, oh my god.
Longlegs is like instantly like iconic horror villain.
Yes.
Like,
absolutely.
Oh my god. He eats up every scene he's in.
Yeah.
He's terrifying. The dude looks frightening.
He looks dead. He looks like a corpse.
He does. He is so scary to look at. And every time he comes on screen, you're like, you barely look him in the eyes. Like, you're like, God, what is that thing?
Yeah. And then when he talks in this, like, you can tell he's not there. You know, you can tell he's fucking a psychopath. but it's like in a weird way because it's Nicolas Cage. We've seen Nicolas Cage movie where it was a little bit over the top, you know. We all love it, and he kind of does in this movie. But since he's being framed as this like psychopath killer, it's kind of like ha ha ha. Like this is really fucking unsettling. I don't like what you're doing right now because it's one scene in the movie we've been referencing it the whole morning. But there's multiple points in the movie where he sings Happy Birthday. And he says it in the most maniacal, just unsettling way where it's like, Happy Birthday, dear. And he just like, it's so freaky. Like, I hate it. Like, I was like, bro, stop talking.
Stop singing.
Stop singing. Stop making your, like, very cryptic, like, hand movements and, like, oh my god.
Everything about him is so odd. His speech patterns are so odd.
Yes.
His voice is so odd. It's kind of like airy. There's times where it's like childlike in a way.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck is going on with this person?
Yeah, he's like all over the place.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But that's a good thing. Like, his performance was awesome. Like, this is one of the best performances I think he's had.
Absolutely.
Like, this is up there, man.
Yeah.
He was so good in this movie. And I feel like that's everyone in the movie as well. Like,
Yeah.
everyone, like, it's a very serious movie. It's not a joke. And everyone does a fantastic job. Like, you really get that level of, like, intensity, you know? Like, everything feels very, I guess you could say, it just feels like it's being treated as, like, a real case, you know? This is, like, what actual detectives and shit go through. And this is what their minds are like, you know?
It's a really cool mix of genres, because you got this, like, occult, kind of satanic horror. You got, like, a some procedural kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you say, like, detective kind of fiction like that.
And they got supernatural elements as well, which I'm not going to spoil. But they are there.
Absolutely.
But it's not done in a way where it's kind of silly or stupid, you know? It's actually deeply disturbing how they really do it in the movie, and it works really well. Like, all of these themes and, like, I guess just... themes. I'm stupid. Sorry. All these themes just work so well together.
Absolutely.
They work so well.
Yeah, no, I can't say I've seen a horror film like it for a while. I don't know if I've ever seen a horror film quite like it. It's very unique.
Yeah, it's
like,
different.
I saw lots of comparisons to Silence of the Lambs. I saw some people saying it was a knockoff of Silence of the Lambs. Please explain that to me. I did not really see any resemblance between the two of them, besides the fact that it's like they're hunting a serial killer.
Yeah.
They're significantly different.
Yeah.
Like,
and or maybe the tone a little bit. Like, in terms of how serious it is. I could see that.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a crime procedural in a way, but beyond that, it's like,
no,
I don't really get it. Like
they're totally different from one another.
Yeah.
Totally different. And, like, I guess I can kind of see the comparison, but yeah, this is just not a great comparison. Because there's really nothing like this, honestly. I haven't seen anything like this in at least a while. Like, this year, definitely. This is one of the most unique horror films I've seen in a while. Like, honestly. It really surprised me.
From, like, the opening to the credits, it is... Everything about it is there to make you feel uncomfortable.
Oh my god,
like,
dude.
The title opening, the title screen, and it's like red in the back with this black font over top.
Yeah.
And it's playing like just really unusual choices of music.
Yeah.
And it's like...
There's supposed to be like upbeat moments of music. Where it's like playing like really positive music, and then you see that straight up the most horrific shit you've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
What is going on, man? Yeah.
Oh my god. And the presentation's all great as well.
Oh, like, camera work is beautiful.
Beautifully
it's so
shot.
Smooth and kinetic. And there's really interesting changes in aspect ratios, which I loved so much.
And it's specifically like when it's talking about like past events and stuff. Like, it's just little things, but they're great.
Yes.
Like, they're great little indicators that, now we're in the past, and now we're in the present. And it just adds so much, I guess you could say, personality to the movie.
Totally.
You know?
Totally. It feels super original in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked it. I'm sure you guys can tell, but this was a stunner. This was a stunner.
This definitely, in my opinion, was not overrated. Like, a lot of people, I think, were saying, like, oh, it's pretty overrated. I'm like, I don't agree. Like, you know, sometimes I do agree with people. I don't know. I liked this movie a lot.
I get the hype.
Yeah, I get the hype. Honestly, I thought this was fantastic. Yeah, and also, I just want to say, too, I think the film, like, the entire way through, the narrative itself, super engaging. Like, honestly, such an interesting story they went for here. I'm always a huge sucker for these sort of, like, mystery-style films where you're trying to piece together the pieces, and I love when it comes together in the end. And not only does it come together in the end, but it leaves you kind of speechless in a way. Because there's just certain things in this movie that is revealed by then. You're like, no fucking shot. Like, no way.
It makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Because you feel so confused and disoriented through a lot of it. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, how are these people dying? What's
going on? Like, yeah. And then by the end, you're like, holy shit. It makes sense now. Like, oh my god. And it's not, you don't expect it either. I for one, didn't expect it.
No.
I was just like, what? Really? This is what we're doing? Okay, fuck.
Much different direction than I anticipated, but
in a good way.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my god, it was fantastic, honestly. Like, wow.
I also forgot to give props to the main character, but Micah Monroe. She was awesome.
Oh, she was fantastic.
So good. Her mother, also excellent.
Yep.
Another very scary person, I won't lie. I was on edge watching her too. There's a lot of like people who just like
killed it.
Yeah, absolutely. The police chief,
great
guy, or not police, I guess in this case FBI.
FBI police, yeah.
That fella, I don't know his name. He killed it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there was not a bad performance. Everyone knew the assignment. It's like, we are making a super serious, like, sort of mystery, thriller, psychological film. Everyone has to be at their peak. And they were. Everyone was at their peak. Like, they did such a great job in this movie, honestly.
Totally.
Yeah.
Firing at all cylinders. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, honestly, this is, like, probably... I'm going to be honest, like, I thought about it last night. This is the easiest 9 out of 10 I've given all year, pretty much. I would say. I loved this movie.
I agree. I'd give it an easy 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I don't even really know what I changed. Like, I think the one thing I will say, I thought it was kind of slow at the beginning. Just at the beginning, though, like, I felt when it really gets going, and it's just... It keeps you invested the whole time, but I did feel just a little bit at the beginning. There were some moments, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair.
But that's it.
One thing I thought that helped with the pacing was it's cool how it's split up into parts. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. I really like that. I thought that was cool. I feel like they don't do that in horror movies too often. The only one I can really think of off the top of my head is Barbarian.
I think of, like, Nope as well.
And Nope, too, yeah.
And it feels interesting, too, because, like, I feel like sometimes when it comes to that idea and, like, splitting into parts, I feel like people think that's, like, a cheap way of, like, just making it seem more artistic than it is. But it works in this movie.
Absolutely.
Like, it really works, and it adds to it, and it feels very in line for the story they're telling. And, like, I really liked it. Like, honestly. Like, that was just another of many little visual details that I loved.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I could see some people saying, like, it's kind of art hosty in a way, you know. Maybe some parts could be considered pretentious. I don't care, dude. I'm eating it all up. I thought it was exquisite.
Exactly.
I loved it.
I thought it was great. Like, honestly, like, this is definitely one to watch in theaters too, I think, with a big group of people.
Yeah.
Especially your friends, like, who are into this sort of stuff like we were. It was such a great experience.
Like, get some strong reactions for sure.
Yeah, like, honestly.
That's pretty much it for what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comment section, what did you guys think of it? Were you as scared as we were?
Yeah.
Did you love it?
Are we just pussies?
Are we just pussies? That's totally possible too. Let us know.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah. Let us know, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with that, we're going to close it off here. I hope everyone has a great day. Go watch this movie. It's definitely worth your time, but we will see you in the next episode.
Like, subscribe, comment, do your thing, guys.
Are you throwing that one in too? They're going to do that regardless, though, I think, because this is such a good episode, I think.
Okay, we won't even...
We're giving you full praise here, audience. We love you. Please like the video. I'm going to cry and be very sad if we do not get at least 5 likes on this video.
Jeez, we're guilt tripping.
Hey, I'm joking. We love you guys, honestly. And we hope you have a great day, but peace.
See you guys.